we are. Another year of doing this. We're going to be here until Friday morning. 3 days. It went pretty smoothly at the office, so that's going to be right after I eat a little couple bites. We're going to try to put up this 7-person teepee tent that's like so big that you could fit a family of 12 in it. Less than ideal, because I don't know where the final placement is going to be on this tent. So let's go ahead and do that step. It's a monster of a tent. It's humongous, but it's not like outrageous. This is the one. But we're just gonna wing it. That's how you do things, and are successful. You just wing it. Put this over here in the corner. Well, now we're gonna set the inside of the tent up. This is so big that I thought I might decorate it. We have our stove, which is going to be essential because it is like 5 degrees out. Yeah, I'm breaking all the camping rules that I created myself, where I say, why would you ever need a power port? Yeah, well, we'll get into that later. I don't have a flat screen TV in there, or an air conditioner, or a projector. And now it's just like, I have to stay here for a week and build a house. This is the most amazing seat ever. This is why we need cord. Alright, so we're going to ride over to the multi-use trail and check out the old windy road that goes down to some very interesting stuff. The area that we're going to visit today is currently called Booth Field, although long ago it served a much different purpose. A couple of signs over here. So for one, this is the intersection. Left is where the group campsites were in 1998. And forward here, where the road looks pretty tore up, is the road that used to go out to the other family campsites when it wrapped around the Parkway Road. This aerial photo from 1986 shows the layout of the campsites in relation to what we're walking on. The area is extremely overgrown now and hasn't been used as a campsite since 1998. I know this is a campsite because I actually stayed at it when I was about 10 years old in what I would probably best describe as Site C, which is up ahead about the center of the parking lot. I have memories of this, and it was only until recently last year where I realized this was actually the place that I stayed at. Most people probably don't know this fact and pass it by, just thinking it's a butterfly garden now. Now that we've seen this, we're gonna switch over and continue down the road. This is like the least used road here anymore. No one really comes down here other than to patrol it. But this is where it gets interesting. So, we are approaching the end of the road. But look where it ends. It ends in a park and ride area that is right off the edge of the parkway. We're going to walk a little further. So one may think this is the end of the road, and physically it is the end of the road. However, this road once continued before the creation of the parkway straight across into the family campsites. This image highlights where the road ran perpendicular to the main road and has now since been removed from the parkway. The video here shows if you were to hop into that little island area, wooded island, that there is actually remnants of the original road in here. There's little asphalt, there's brickwork, and there is a kind of a steel cable and wood fence actually in the woods here where the road used to run. Let's head back to the current family campsites and I'll show you the road from the other side. This road was a casualty of building the parkway. So the camp got cut in half and then the entire roads in the park had to be rerouted. This representational video here of the comparison between 1970 and 2000 shows where the road has just been deleted. Let's head back to the campsite and relax. It's been a pretty long day. Want to watch me cook food? I'll give you a hint. This dish never got cleaned from the last time I went camping. This stove never got cleaned from the last time I went camping. You missed me spending 5 minutes trying to thread that can of propane onto that fitting. It was really not going. It took a long time to get it to thread. Oh look, it's an illuminated area. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's a hot dog. That's a jalapeno sausage. Fun fact, I bought 24 hot dogs, 24 hot dog buns, and nothing to put on the hot dogs at all. So we're just going to have plain hot dogs. The only thing I could come close to putting on the hot dogs is either cash or soup. That's it. That's all I have that I can put on the hot. So we're going to eat the jalapeno sausage. I'm just going to eat, well, there's 3 of them here. I'll probably cook 2 of them. I'm going to cook this burrito just so it doesn't go. So we're going to eat the burrito. I'm just going to put it here because F it. Oh, by the way, I didn't bring a bowl or a plate. Good news. Food's done. Yeah, if you call it food. Alright, time to get up. The night was pretty much freezing. I woke up a number of times in the middle of the night. And, yeah, here's all my stuff. It's awesome. It's a huge tent. That's enormous. And that's great. I am cooking food of some sort, trying to stay warm. It is cold. Sleeping bag. Big heavy sleeping bag, and then on top of that I had to put another big heavy thick 2-inch thick blanket on top of me. I'm just gonna do this and pretend that lime potato chips are some sort of condiment, 'cause that's about the only thing I brought with me other than crap food.
This entire area back here, which is marked up as, I think, area number 9 off of Museum Road, is a big clearing. Okay, this is actually a parking lot. Now, the 1970s and somethings, aerial footage rather, show the foundation of the building should have been over here. It's on the left side, and it should be just about here. I mean, I'm probably standing on it. And that was probably the parking lot. There's a lot of messed up ground here. This is definitely, via the map and then first secondhand experience I've heard, is that this is the location for the museum. I'm left with 2 chimichangas, a can of clam chowder, and about 18 hot dogs that taste terrible and have no condiments. Hopefully I survive the night. Nothing comes out and eats us. Someone knocked over my hot cocoa, probably the wind, all over everything, so that's just fantastic. I kind of ran out of good food with me. I managed to cook everything. I had also brought this MRE with me to, if I was going to go hammock camping on my own, so that I didn't have to bring a cooker or any kind of thing like that. I thought it would be a good, has to be at least 5 years I've had this. It comes with some cocoa powder that's fortified, whatever. I don't even know what brand that is. It comes with pears. The pears have a postcard on the back, so that's really cool. You got some gum that's literally probably decrepit. Tabasco sauce, which is really important because I have nothing with flavor on anything. Taster's choice. We got pretzel sticks here, so that looks exciting. Crackers. We got a thing of vegetable noodle and sauce. I'd really love to figure out the expiration date on this stuff. And then some cheese spread, which might just save our bacon when it comes to those hot dogs. I'm going to see if I can find an expiration date. I mean, they're only really serial numbered, so I don't know, but it is what it is. We're going to find out. It's all sealed, and it should be fine. If there's all like spiders and bugs in it, like that spider right there that really wants to eat it, oh yeah, that spider is dying to have this MRE. Spider. I used to come here as a kid. You know, my folks would bring me here maybe 2-3 times a week. We would go, my folks would come into the water. They were younger. I was like 10 or 11. So we would go to down the shore. We'd pay $5 to come in here. A little plastic yellow bag to throw your garbage away at the booth. And then you'd go down to the beach for the day. And we would spend all day there. I would just dig and dig and dig until my mother said I had to go in the water and cool off. You know, or she had a bit of food in a cooler, and I would come down, and my cousin Kevin would come down often with my. Anyway, I have been camping here with my schools, 1997 approximately, and when we camped here, we went down a really long, windy road, and I remember a long road. It was crazy. It was like it felt like it was forever. And we made a left turn at an intersection, and we turned into a lot that was shaped like an L. And I remember this very vividly. We parked at the L, and there was 4 campsites. 2 on the left, 1 right in front of the parking lot, and then 1 all the way to your right, and it had a big open field, and that was D. So those were the group campsites in 1997. Those were original to the park. 2000 and 2001, I had joined the Boy Scouts, and my troop stayed at Gordon Field at least 2 times. We did other camping in Novi Bosco, which I'll never forget, but we stayed at Gordon Field at least 2 times. I believe in 1999 and 2000, possibly twice, which really confused me as to where we stayed in 97. I would figure that out actually last year. There's also a lot of history, because you got things like the old lot where the museum used to be. You got Steamboat Landing, which has the history of the steamboats. But a lot of this stuff, like the park, means a lot more to me than, you go out to the shore. Like I went out there and kayaked today, and I kayaked out there for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just playing on the water. My feet touched that sand as if I was 10 years old. I know that's such a weird thing to say, but my feet, barefoot, haven't touched that sand since the 2000s. That's just something. So that's why CheeseQuake is special.
The sound of a beginning reverberates in my ears. It came quietly in a flash. Happy birthday.